To this GBO interview. I'm joined today by Elisabeth de Leeuw. She's an IT security and identity architect, and she's a member of our Amsterdam chapter. So good afternoon, Elisabeth. How are you? Nice to meet you, and nice to have you here today in this GBO interview. Could you please tell us a bit more about yourself, who you are, and what you do?
Well, thank you for this interview. As said, I'm an architect in the field of IT security and identity. I'm based in the Netherlands. I'm a member of the Amsterdam chapter since approximately 1 year. And I'm working as an independent professional advisor in the Netherlands mainly, and sometimes also in Belgium. Well, I'm married. I have two daughters. One is an artist and the other is a scientist, 27 and 25 years old. And well, personally, I love to travel. I love to take pictures. I like to read. I like cooking and eating. And professionally, I have a special interest in the benefits and perils of privacy and personal exposure in a society that is evolving towards an almost absolute interconnectivity.
Okay, very nice. So when and why did you join GBO?
Approximately a year ago. And the reason for that is, the first reason is that I was invited, because otherwise I wouldn't have joined. And also I love to meet business people and professional people outside my technology bubble. Professionally, I live in sort of a bubble. And I love to meet other people as well, other kind of people. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you mentioned the benefits and perils of privacy and exposure. Can you go a bit deeper into that and tell us about it?
I'll try. As you know, we are all very much interconnected, and we are generating lots of data, and we are analyzing lots of data on the internet, and using artificial intelligence. We are creating all sorts of devices that are generating new data about ourselves on the Internet of Things, like sensors, for example, that measure your blood pressure. That's just one example. All the things together, they are creating an exploding amount of information. And then the problem is, on the one hand, we have a problem with privacy, because we do not want to share all the data of ourselves personally on the internet or something like that. On the other hand, if we have a need for information, then it is really very difficult to find the information you need. So by accumulating information or data, we have two problems. First, it is a lack of privacy, and also indirectly, it's also a lack of information. You can compare it to a haystack that has grown too large, and then you're looking for the needle, you can't find it. And also, if you find something, then it will look like a needle, but is it a needle? And is this the needle you are looking for? And if you make mistakes, for example, well, that can be also, well, there are some risks attached to it for yourself and also for the subject you're trying to find information about. So that can cause financial and, for example, also medical damage. And in general, it's causing the infringement of rights of subjects, of citizens. Yeah.
And in this regard, a question comes to my mind. What can you tell me about Alexa and similar assistants? Are they useful? Are they private? Are they dangerous for us?
Well, that is the question. I did not dive into something like, for example, Alexa, but personal assistants in general, they can be very different depending on what is built into them. So if I would build a personal assistant, then I can choose to use that as a spy as well. Or I can make a choice and say, well, I want to protect your privacy, for example, and then I will wipe all the data collected by assisting you using the assistant, so to say. It's a choice. So depending on the device you have or the assistant you have, it will be very intrusive or not. And if I collect all the data and I make a pile of data, a database of data on you personally, for example, then I could generate lots of information about you personally. For example, now I'm looking at your, well, maybe it's your study, and from that I have seen lots of studies because I am an automated personal assistant, and then I can compare and make all sort of assumptions about you personally, who you are, the amount of money you have, the type of person you are. I can see your shirt, etc. So, well, I could try and do that when I would build such a personal assistant. I'm not, but it's possible. Yeah.
So what would be a tip that you could share for us while using internet these days? What kind of cautions we have to have so we can keep our data private? And for example, bank account secure and things like this. Any general thing that you can say?
Well, I would say minimize. So make a choice what you want to do on the internet and what you don't want to do on the internet, because there's always leaking some information about you. So if there's something you don't want the world to know about, don't share it on the internet. On the other hand, there are all kinds of privacy protecting things, tools, delete your cookies, etc. All these opportunities you have to protect your privacy. You better use them, and also look after your security on your devices, on your laptop and your phone, etc. So that's what you can do. It's not perfect, but it's better than nothing. Yeah.
Very nice, Elisabeth. Very nice, very nice. So anything else you want to add?
Well, yes, well, following what I said about the amount of data we have and we are collecting and we are analyzing, I would like to discuss something about what I think what we need in order as a society, what we need as a society, not in person, but as a society. We need some new solutions and technologies in order to not only to improve the protection of our privacy, but also to improve the way we share information, because at the moment we are doing not very well, because as an effect of the privacy protection, the society is divided into silos, like a silo of information of one organization, silos of other organizations, etc. And the privacy protection is telling us that we cannot jump over. That means that when we have problems to solve we have to collaborate in order to solve societal problems, we are not coordinated because we do not have the right information. And for that, we need new solutions, and we would need to innovate solutions for communication over the borders of organizations, in order to be able to cross the borders of organizations, and in that protect the privacy also, but also enable the exchange of information. So it sounds paradoxically, but I think it's possible. And what I did is I developed already a model in order to do so, but it's not yet on the market. So that's a pity. Yeah.
So looking forward to it. So thank you, Elisabeth. It's been great to get to know you a bit more, and it's a great opportunity to meet the mother of a scientist and an artist. That's always something special. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you too. Thank you.